Welcome back, everybody. It's your host, the most here, Starborn Feline, coming at you with a new episode of Reverse 1999. We are here on part 13 of our latest chapter, Farewell Letter. So, last episode, things took a turn for worse. We've been invaded by Kelvin and his cronies. Chiron got sent to us, and, well, he was in rough shape. I think there's an official comic, so I'll try to post that in editing if I remember. I would say that, but I know I wasn't forgetting. But I'll try to remember this one because it's really kind of funny to show the actual state Chiron was left in. and if this was drawn by the actual Reverse 1999 crew, then yeah, this is the official art of how he ended up, and it's kind of funny. Anyway, part 13, Farewell Letters. Mounting their horses and clenching their reins, young men bid farewell and head to war. A story as old as time.
So, you're saying you devised this plan with Igor?
Put the griffin down, Sabina. We're all in the same boat now.
I'm not questioning your orders, but I will state for the record that leaving our back wide open to Igor is too risky. After dark, the cavalry will advance upstream with minimal gear to launch a surprise attack, cutting off Krutov's supply lines. It makes sense. Our riders know the terrain like the back of their hand. This will allow us to capitalize on our superior mobility. But we would be leaving the right bank, the forest, the Sich, and even Beregrad exposed. We're throwing ourselves into the old lion's mouth and praying he won't bite.
You're right, we'd be exposed. But the coalition without trust wins nothing. You've seen Krutov and his army. Neither the cavalry corps nor the militia can meet his air power or artillery. Beregrad would be rubble if not for Igor's anti-air guns. The Griffin Legion is well equipped, but they're thin on numbers and supplies. They will hold cities and forests best. Let them guard the city. Our riders will flank the enemy by night. Both Igor and I agree on this.
But...
I hear your concern, Sabina. When the operation begins, Igor will come to our Sich. All his communication will be monitored.
how? I doubt our operators can tap his line so effectively.
There will be no such need. On our return from the city, I asked Igor to use only our lines for the operation. He agreed.
I see. Still, I'll be keeping an eye on him.
Your scrutiny is welcome, Colonel Sternova.
What's this?
All the information I have on Krutov. His background, academic record, military experience, psychological profile, and a registered list of his arcane skills.
Spasiba. We know little of Krutov. I'll be sure to read this before we begin.
Huh? Who's that gathering outside?
I saw some officers discussing something in camp. It may be them.
Let us hear what they have to say, Sabina.
This is...
Why are you out here jabbering when you should be making preparations?
Commander, I am here to make a request of you. On behalf of the men, sir.
I'm listening.
As you know, many of our comrades have homes nearby, families. We formally request a half-day's leave to visit them. I swear to you, sir, not a single rider will shirk their duties. We are Cossacks, true, ready to shed blood on the battlefield. We were born soldiers of the steppe, just as our fathers were, and theirs before them. We know that not all of us will live to see the rising of the sun tomorrow. So, if we have a chance to see our loved ones,
A half day. No more. Go see your families.
Anyone who fails to return to the Sitch before nightfall will be branded a deserter. Do I make myself clear? Will you be paying a visit to Tamarka?
No. There is much to prepare. Come, let us return to it. Pass these papers to any soldier not going home. Tell them to write a letter if they wish.
Not the wisest choice. Sending them home just before a major operation. Their families will plead for them to stay.
But they will return. All of them. You share their blood, Igor. You should know this. And a Cossack will do anything to protect their home and family. The embrace of those they fight to protect will only sharpen their resolve.
Maybe you think you know them, but they know little of you, and even less about what Zeno expects of them. They will be sent to other battlefields, away from their homes. Their homesickness will be a liability.
They knew what service meant when they enlisted. though I cannot say if they are truly ready to leave their homeland behind.
Homeland. Every war is fought on someone's home, yet its name is used to forge the young into unbreakable soldiers. It seems you still understand this. But tell me, Ivan, why don't you go to Tomarovka? The road should still be safe. Or is it that the dawn of this era is no home to you? Are you afraid to tell your soldiers the truth?
I don't answer to you anymore, Igor. In fact, you're one of mine now. You should join them.
Join them? What do you mean?
Write a letter to your loved ones. Krutov bears a grudge against you. It is clear. If we fail, he will show you no mercy. So, anyone to bid farewell to? Or is this era truly just a fleeting whim to you?
I'll leave you to your work.
After this battle, Igor, I hope never to see you again.
Vice Admiral Barakov, is the Timekeeper safe?
Yes. She says our mission in Belgrade is mostly complete.
Good. We'll relay this to the Foundation Committee. With that settled, your orders are to pull the Cavalry Corps from the region, effective immediately.
Immediately? We were given 2 weeks to secure Belgrade. A warlord and his bandits, aided by Manus Vindictae, have been running rampant on the Don. We are working to neutralize this threat before redeployment.
Manus Vindictae's forces are concentrated on the Western Front. Our manpower is already stretched too thin. We can't afford to hold the Don River. Not while there are more important strategic goals. The decision is set. No 2 weeks.
5 days, that's all I ask. We will resolve the threat here and ride to Hungary without delay.
And how do you plan to resolve the threat? With Igor's rebels? Did you really think you could hide your coalition with Igor and his traitors? You and I only turned a blind eye for the Timekeeper's sake. But the Timekeeper has finished her work, and you are still collaborating with them. Are you prepared to face the committee if they demand an explanation? Vice Admiral Barakov, do you read me? Ivan Ivanovich, you understand what I'm saying, don't you? You'll obey orders or you'll face the consequences, Ivan.
To protect our home and kin. That is why I stand with Igor's rebels. That will be my only answer to the tribunal.
Okay, there you go. So I stepped away for just a second. I was checking. I got something work related today, so I gotta check, keep an eye on that. First opening. If you hear something in the background, that is my work phone going off. Anyway, again, you know the rules. I'll just scroll up. You guys pause as you want to read. 3, 2, 1. Okay. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Okay, and that's the end of it. And that's 3, 2, 1. Okay. Night before the war. The fires of war burn even ever nearer. Children of the dawn, the time to unite. It is time to unite, my bad.
Greetings, Miss Sonata.
Mr. Igor. What are you doing out here?
There is a sound as the wind brushes over the grasslands. I find it eases my mind.
You're here for the Timekeeper, is that right?
Is she still resting? What she saw in the amber room must have impacted her greatly. I only want to have a word with you, nothing more. We are on the same side.
For the time being, yes, until Krutov is defeated.
I owe you an apology, leaving you in the amber room for so long. My troops needed their leader when Krutov attacked.
Think nothing of it. I was prepared for the risks. Besides, Sonata and Marsh were there to help me.
What did you see there, in the room?
Okay, let's talk about the... I'm not sure how this affects dialogue, because these usually do, but... I guess an experiment.
I felt like I'd been put into some kind of experiment. But it wasn't me. It was Erd. They ran the experiment over and over, each time Erd suffering immense pain. It all seemed designed to transform her into someone else. I saw other things too, but they were blurry and fragmented.
The video clips. Then they didn't take their devices with them when they evacuated after all.
No. Whatever I saw wasn't footage. I have to enter the Amber Room once more to make sense of what I saw.
I advise against it. There are still skirmishes being fought in the city. No one can guarantee the church will stay safe for long. The Cavalry Corps is preparing for a surprise assault tonight. Lieutenant Lilia is in the field trying to locate and destroy the Manus' rights. Your assistant will be your only protection. You are too important, Timekeeper. If your presence in Belgrade were exposed, the Manus will throw everything they have into capturing you. I cannot afford to let anything jeopardize our battle plan. You must stay hidden from the enemy until it is safe. Miss Sonetta, I don't question your capability and devotion, but Belgrade is a potential battlefield. It's too dangerous.
Good point. I'll be sure to return to the Amber Room, only after you've defeated Krutov.
It will be done soon.
A soldier came to me earlier today. He seemed to think a Foundation member would have a higher chance of surviving the battle, and asked me to deliver a letter to his brother on the Western Front. What about you, Mr. Igor? Did you write anything? I know someone who would be deeply upset were you to die here. She intends to end your life with her own hands.
Lopera, does the Foundation still keep her?
You could say that. She isn't allowed to return to her position as a soldier yet. Not until Zeno's review is finished. She's made somewhat of a life for herself at the Foundation. Made friends, and got into some trouble. They've assigned her an instructor to work on her dice game obsession.
Pera, so typical of her.
There's something I'd like to know, too.
Ask away.
Commander Ivan invited me to his home in Tamarovka for a lunch. A lady hosted us. He introduced her as his mother, but something seemed off.
She is indeed Ivan's mother.
Then, did Commander Ivan request shelter for her from the storm?
Yes, a request made not long after their reunion. Not even the most capable diviners could have predicted the advent of the storm. As you suspected, Ivan's mother, like most at the time, was reversed during the first storm. Sometime after that, Ivan rediscovered her. He told me that he knew it was her from the wrinkles on her face and her tender smile. He was certain that, by some miracle, his mother had survived the storm and returned to him. An improbable scenario, don't you think, Timekeeper?
One day, I'll uncover the truth about the storm. For everyone's sake. For my mother.
Colonel Sternova, is the Corps prepared to ride out soon?
Yes, our forces are assembled. We're ready to go. As for the Griffins, 3 of their air defense squads have been stationed in Bidigrat, while the rest are heading to Basakagoria, the mountain north of the city.
Is Igor marching with his army?
No. Both Igor and Commander Ivan will stay at the command post in the siege. I'm here to check on you at Lieutenant Lilia's request. She said you're good at slipping away and making people worry.
3 squads. That's all the city has for air defense?
That and the militia. With our reduced numbers and the danger of street battles, we have to rely on the support of armed citizens. Timekeeper, for your own sake, I suggest you leave the Dawn. Or at least make sure you bunker down someplace safe. I'll take my leave of you now. Commander Ivan is about to rally the troops.
Think, I get to fight a real war. Boże, my hands won't stop shaking.
Keep your head on straight, you Durak, or you'll get yourself killed. There's nothing romantic about war. I've fought alongside many soldiers like you, dreaming of glory, victory, and the praise of our people when we returned home. But I returned alone. The rest died on some god-forsaken battlefield, along with their dreams of glory. I visited their graves before I left. Hope their spirits are with me.
I went home to see my girl.
You didn't promise you were going to marry her after we win the war, did you?
No, I didn't say anything at all. I just looked into those beautiful eyes of hers. She understood the rest. We knew it could be the last time we'd see each other.
All right, that's enough, lover boy. Commander Ivan's about to give his speech.
Attention all troops! Call the roll!
All soldiers have returned to their posts, sir. I knew there were no cowards in the Corps.
I expected nothing less.
Listen, riders! You've seen the ruin Krutov and his bandits have wrought. You've seen those black-hearted cowards burn Cossack homes and kill our king.
I'm going to cut off that clown's head and hang it in my backyard.
Вы видели, как они грабили и топтали нашу землю, наш народ и наши достоинства? Вы слышали их смех, когда они резали наш народ, а наши дети плакали? Но сегодня их злодеяние окончится. Не так ли, мои братья и сестры? Потому что мы, Корикорпус, всадники степи, Пети Донна, остановим их на месте. Мы сотрем их в пыль и вернемся домой победителями. За степь, за Дон, за еще не рожденных детей казаков. Today, we destroy the enemy and reclaim our home. Get on! Hurrah!
Now that was a speech. I mean, I wasn't quite expecting that. It makes sense. But yeah, things are celebrating a lot faster now. We're getting through these chapters a lot quicker. Before at the start, we were only able to do like 3 chapters an episode, but now we're at 3 chapters and we're not even halfway through. So, let's see here. Dust between fingers. Feel the moment, feel your feelings, and that's what matters most. You know, a funny thing is, that occurred to me just now, before you hop in, is the thought that, what's it called? That maybe depending on how the great math problem in the Matrix works, they may take offense to the fact that, that Ivan was, speaking Russian just now, but we'll see, we'll see.
Meryl? Meryl?
Oh, Charon, you're awake! How are you feeling? Are you thirsty? Are you in pain? I'll go get the painkillers. Oh, right. Marsha cut your cloak when she was patching you up. Here, I found a new one for you. Do you like it?
That won't be needed, Meryl. You owe nothing.
No, I owe you a lot. What I did was wrong. I'm an arcanist trained by the SBDM and the Vigils. I even fought a little in Antarctica. I can fight, I can. But I didn't. We could have escaped together if I hadn't run away. I should never have forced you to take me with you in the first place. If I hadn't been so desperate to run off from the 12th, you'd still be tending flowers in the graveyard back in Montpay. Instead of...
Death's call had grown heavy in the east. The path forward was clear. So long as Krutov's atrocities grew unchecked, this was inevitable.
I'll go get Andreas. I'm sure he's missed you a lot. I'm pretty sure the stable's around here.
Dodgka. Dodgka.
Are you talking to me?
Yes, Dodgka. You were in Tamarovka, yes? Sergei said you were the fish he and his friends caught from the river.
If it weren't for them, I probably would have wound up in the stomach of some big fish. Speaking of which, the soldiers have left already, right?
Ah, so you don't know either. I saw you with those Foundation people. I thought you'd have some news from the inside. Ivan sent his men to bring me to Belgrade. He told me it would be safer there, under the protection of the militia and the Foundation. He promised to take me to Zeno headquarters once he's back.
Ivan? Wait, you don't mean Ivan Ivanovich, do you? You're his mother.
I am, Rodnaya. Though a child doesn't tell his mother everything, I'm sure he has his reasons. I've grown quite used to it. But every time he suggests taking me to headquarters, I feel sad for the friends I made in the village and the red carnations in my little garden. But soon, they'll all vanish. Dodgka, tell me, are we heading into another era?
I'm sorry, I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I should apologize, Dodgka. Not you. I shouldn't be saying such things. Oh, I am just an old woman. Sometimes I don't even know what I'm saying myself. Come now. Lift your chin and smile, Dodgka.
Do you think there's still meaning in this kind of life? It's like I'm trying to catch something, but no matter how hard I try to hold on to it, everything I do, every friendship I make will just be blown away, like dust.
Well, I was in a coffee house in Kreshatik, Kiev, watching the Salyut 6 space station launch. There was a marching band outside rehearsing Prazdnichnaya Overture, the festive overture. As the piece moved into the exposition, I saw Ivan push aside the drum major and run straight toward me. Boże, he barged into that coffee house so fast that he nearly shattered the door. And the first word from his mouth was Mama.
So, did you believe him? That he was your son?
Did I believe him? I called the police 3 times. The first time I told them I was being harassed. The second time that he was a scammer.
What about the third time?
The third time I told them Ivan was a lunatic who claimed to be a time traveler and should be committed to a sanitarium. But every time, he was quickly bailed out by Zemo or the Foundation. He'd loiter around my building, holding a rusty tin box he claimed held legacy items I left behind. The nerve of that boy. I was still alive and well.
What was in it? Did you see?
Half a homemade cookie and a photo of the two of us. A photo so clear that it couldn't possibly have been produced in my time. He spent months following me to all sorts of places around Kiev. One day, outside my building, he told me how I planted red carnations on the windowsill at his childhood home. But none ever bloomed. At the tailor's, he said that whenever a button fell off his clothes, he'd send it home for me to mend, and I would sew 2 buttons with irises on them. I didn't share those memories, but over time, I grew attached to them all the same. Now, when I think of them, there's a bittersweet pricking in my bones. You see, Dochka, the wind does blow away the dust. But focus. Do you feel anything?
I feel it slipping away, leaving me behind as if it's destined to happen.
Exactly. You felt it. The excitement as the rockets soared into the sky. The surge of inspiration from the trumpet's cry in the festive overture. The heartbreaking ache in my chest as Ivan spoke to me of his mother. These fleeting moments, I felt them and imprinted them deep into my heart.
So then, the meaning of all this isn't in what we leave behind, but in what we feel as we go through it.
A spark lives for its light and warmth, not for the ashes it will leave behind. Don't you agree? What's your name, child?
Meryl Van de Veer.
My dear Meryl, every one of us is destined to return to dust. So why not feel as deeply as we can while we have the chance? Feel every one of our memories, bitter and sweet. Savor and cherish each sparkling moment, even if the storm washes you away one day. Because even if you no longer feel them, someone like my Ivan will.
Where are you going?
To see what help I can offer. And to create more memories of this time before it's gone.
I'm liking these little moments we're getting here in between the actual action. Just getting the character building is always so nice, and honestly, it's something this game does so well. You understand, like, I was wondering for a little bit why Ivan's mom just accepted him as her son. My first thought was maybe she did have a son in this timeline, but maybe went missing or went off to war and never came back. And then Ivan just fell into, like, basically Ivan just ran into her and they just made up the difference, or it was something completely different. But no, she didn't realize, she realized that, sorry, in this timeline she didn't recognize Ivan as her son. But as time went on, she realized he wasn't someone who was trying to play her. He genuinely was her son, but not in that moment. Or not in that timeline, I guess. Discipline merit, 2 ends of a scale, and when the weights are placed, you can say. So I'll let you guys read this. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. There's the end of it. So 3, 2, 1. I know if I read all these out, I'm just gonna be making these videos go on way too long, so that's why I do it that way. Anywho, Mercy. She understood what the world means. She understood what the word means.
You seem to know a thing or two about trading horses. Impressive. Kids these days don't appreciate riding like they used to. Complaining that the stables stink. Ungrateful brats. Forgotten the foundation of Cossack life, if you ask me.
Oh, it's got nothing to do with me. He's been a good boy since I met him in... Hey, watch it, Andreas.
Look at him. He's your horse, all right. Shame. Thought I'd get to see him shine on the battlefield. Well, take him away then, before I change my mind.
Thanks for taking care of him. I'll come clean up the stable for you once the battle's over.
Sure. For the both alive by then.
Right. See you.
You leaving or what? You know I'm serious about taking Andreas too.
I'll be back in a minute. Black uniforms. But how did they manage to sneak past the militia? This is fine. You're fine. Just a few Manus soldiers. You don't have to follow them. Just go check if there's a breach in the barricades. You'll just slip past. Easy. No need to fight. And if they spot you, just shapeshift your way out of it.
What are you doing here?
Yeah. Did anyone ever tell you you're built like a tank, Masha?
Hold still. The bleeding will stop soon. The militiaman at the stable said you went this way in a hurry. What's wrong?
Shouldn't you be with Charon?
I was going to tell you Charon was awake again, but something's happened. Manus soldiers. They're here. They were gone in a flash, but I saw them go into the alley with my own eyes. That's why I came here, to check if there's something wrong with the fortifications.
You sure it was the Manus, not bandits?
Absolutely. There's no way I'd mistake those uniforms.
This is bad. Good thing you didn't do anything reckless. But what you were doing is more than dangerous enough, don't you think? That alley? But the exit has been sealed off. The militia even made sure the windows on the sides were locked tight. It's a dead end. This blue-black liquid. I think I've seen it seeping from their mask before. And there's blood. Slightly oxidized, but the loss looks heavy. Some of them must be seriously injured. Smells like carbolic acid. Unusual for the Manus to use it on wounds. They prefer natural salves. You can usually only find disinfectants like this in large medical facilities. Wait. They must have been to one recently.
What? But how?
They must have used some trick to get in unnoticed. But there's little point in dwelling on it now. There are 2 big medical facilities in this district. The nearest one, Pokrov Children's Hospital, and the sanatorium 2 streets down from here. Meryl, I need you to tell the militia and the Griffons to send men to both locations. The Manus soldiers you saw could be hiding there.
Understood. What about you?
I'll go check on the kids at the Children's Hospital. I have to make sure they're safe.
So we have Manus scuttering about in the shadows. When do they not?
Greetings.
But the fact that they're injured is interesting to me. So I'm assuming either these are...
The kids at the Children's Hospital. I've got to get to them before the Manus bring them any harm.
Yeah, them going after kids makes sense.
That was certainly a choice.
Probably as decoys or as shields at worst.
Sensing their thoughts. Taking a peek inside.
Down.
But I am really curious, like, what caused them to be injured? Is there some kind of infighting between them and Krevna? I think that's his name. Krevna? And they were injured as a result of that?
Now is the time.
Makes sense, but still, very unlikely. We'll have to wait and see where it goes.
The peace shall be stamped out.
Can I give everyone a ride on my back? I think I can handle it this time.
Why won't you let the children go? You've already taken all the medicine. What more do you want from them?
Didn't I already explain this to you, human? Bring the newest generation of Arcanists back to their rightful home.
If it's a hostage you want, take me instead.
You're not worthy of even that, human filth.
The eye won't yield to you, and neither will my children. Soon the riders will come and crush all you invaders. Don't you dare touch him!
Настя!
Manus Vindicte. They're really here. No signs of children in other rooms. And the adults are all gone. The Manus must have gathered every child they could find in here. They have been abducting Arcanis from the villages. But to think they'd even lay hands on children... Alright. 10 steps away from me. 5, 4, 3...
Кто ты такой?
Don't worry, little ones. I'm a doctor from another hospital. I'll take you to safety. Just stay close to me and follow my instructions, and we will get through this together, alright?
Alright.
Hey, it's gotten a little quiet, don't you think? We should go check on the boss.
Come, get inside.
Will Nastya be okay?
I need you to stay here in this room and be completely quiet no matter what happens. Like a game of hide and seek. Easy. Can you do that?
Okay, so this is a nice little image. Mind you, the perspective makes the room seem smaller than it is, but I can forgive that. I have the kids there. They're covering their heads with the sheet. I will admit, Muriel's eye, who's in this picture, seem a little unfocused. Like she's, I guess maybe this is what they mean when they have a fisheye stare, because you don't see her pupils anywhere. So I'm assuming she's probably just more focused on making sure everyone's survived rather than taking detail at this point, which is an interesting choice. Also, her cloak is gone in this image, which makes sense, I guess. Oh no, you know what it is? She probably used her cloak to cover the kids. That's probably what it is. It's got a similar color. Anyway, but yeah, this room is definitely not being used. You have all the cobwebs above. You have this, I'm assuming are meant to be herbs in the back with where the little red dot is. But anyway, let's keep going.
Yes.
Meryl will bring help soon, but there's no telling how many Manus are here. The best course of action is to hold this room.
Are you in there, sir? We better get going before Zeno and the militia find... Huh? Sir! Sir! Damn it! Those little brats knocked him out! They can't have gotten far! Search the room! Door's locked. Call everyone over. We'll smash it open and drag those brats to the ritualist.
Miss Doctor,
Shh, keep your voice down. We're playing hide and seek, remember? We can't get caught by the baddies.
But I'm scared. And Nastya.
Hey, have you ever heard any stories about knights?
Well, Papa once told me the story of a legendary Kazakh called Ilya.
My brother brought home a book from Moscow. It had 12 nights in it.
I'm sure both stories are wonderful, but I have a story about knights to share as well, and I bet none of you have ever heard it.
What happens in it?
It's a wonderful story too, but you need to promise me you'll stay in this room, and I'll be back soon to tell you all about it. Deal?
Deal. But where are you going, Miss Doctor? You'll come back soon, won't you?
Of course I will. A promise is a promise. Just be good, every one of you, and wait for me here. In a secluded monastery perched atop a high, snowy mountain lived a group of mysterious knights. Their swords glittered like gleaming silver when they fought across the frozen fields, their helmets and pauldrons coated in dazzling white frost. One winter, the snow fell heavier than ever before, burying every path in the valley beneath a thick, white blanket. Amidst the snow, a little girl had lost her way. She wandered all night seeking help and shelter, but all she found was the endless white around her. At sunrise, having used every last ounce of her strength, she collapsed, leaving a small hollow in the snow. Just before she froze into a little popsicle, a figure appeared, gleaming even brighter than the pale landscape.
What's this? A girl? Oh, merciful Lord. I thought it only a stray fox. It seems my trip to the valley must be delayed. Come, child. Lean on my back and hold my hands. I shall take you back to the monastery and get something warm in your belly. Worry not. I shan't have you die on me.
Thanks to this kind-hearted knight, the girl survived. To her, the monastery, which nursed her back to health, seemed like an impregnable fortress that even dragons dared not approach. After years of training, the little girl grew to become a capable knight, just like her rescuer that winter night. But then, war. War found its way to their once secluded fortress, and she, along with her fellow knights, was called to the battlefield, forced to fight, and after taking one life after another, doubts began to grow in their hearts. They were welcomed to the glamorous halls of the royal palace and praised for their skills, their slaughter. But for these noble knights, those words were not praise. No. They were wounds to their dignity and honor. We were fighters, yes. We raised banners and wielded swords, but we weren't. We were never meant to kill.
I hear someone. In that room. Masha, is that you?
We'll know once we blast this damn door down. Come on, men! 3, 2, 1, push!
Oh god! Masha, you're hurt! And all these kids! Hurry! She needs medical help!
Okay, and we're back. Anyway, so yeah, this is a good stopping spot for the episode. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Please remember to leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell to be notified of new videos, share your comments down below. And for this episode, comment down below. Comment down below. Who's the major influence in your life? I'm genuinely curious. It doesn't have to be anything super personal, but like professionally, morally. Was there somebody in your life who inspired you? Well, I understand Muriel's case in this was more of a tragic case. They were so greatly inspired by their mentor. But for now, thanks so much for watching, everybody. Remember to be kind, drink us a new tomorrow, and I hope you have a great day, eating much and watch this. And this has been Starborn, Feline, sign off for now, saying, have a great day. Goodbye!